Welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well out there. Hope you are enjoying your life and weekend. And we are just 1 week away from the Premier League kicking off again. This international break that comes along so quickly in the Premier League season is just useless. I hate it. I don't know about you guys. Let us know what you think of the whole international break. Do you think it's even worth going off on this international break, and why? Why are players having to jet off around the world to go and play for their international teams and then fly all the way back to play in the club games? It's just horrendous for the players. I don't know what they feel about this, but as fans, I'm sure most of us would rather not have this international break and have a couple of more games to look forward to in the Premier League. In today's show, we're looking at Jaden Sancho and how Ten Hag has reacted to his outburst on social media and the statement that he's still pinned on his Twitter. Simon Mullock of the newspaper The Mirror yesterday wrote an article about how Ten Hag was left speechless and shocked at the way Jaden Sancho reacted to his press conference and what he said about Jaden Sancho in that post-match press conference against Arsenal. The article in The Mirror suggests that Ten Hag was hoping for a positive reaction as a result of what he said about Jaden Sancho. However, Ten Hag was left shocked at the outburst of Jaden Sancho via social media and via that statement on Twitter. Erik Ten Hag thought that once he made them comments in that post-match press conference, that Jaden Sancho will get the message and will start working harder and make sure he breaks back into the Manchester United team. In this same article, it also discusses that Manchester United were prepared to listen to offers on Sancho, but Ten Hag had told Manchester United that he would rather see other players leave before Jaden Sancho is sold. Now, we've been reporting on this since last week that Jaden Sancho is not going to be sold by Manchester United, at least not right now. Both Ten Hag and Manchester United believe that Sancho has got a lot to offer Manchester United and is not someone who they'd be looking to sell. And this is probably why Ten Hag actually made them comments after the game against Arsenal, because he was probably frustrated. He probably did want Sancho to be playing. He probably wanted Sancho to be a key part of the squad. And this is why he's come out and made those comments. So he was hoping that he'd get a reaction from Sancho, but this was not the reaction that Ten Hag was hoping for. Not a reaction where he was going to leave a statement on social media saying that Ten Hag is a liar. He was expecting a reaction on the pitch, on the training ground, and this is exactly why lots of fans and ex-footballers have come out and said that Sancho was in the wrong by making that statement and he should withdraw that statement. Because Sancho must improve to show Ten Hag that he is worth picking and is worth playing in the team. We do not doubt that Sancho is not a talented young boy. He actually is a very, very talented young boy, and he does show glimpses of that talent when he does play for Manchester United. However, if Sancho is not consistent in his performances and he's not working hard enough on the training pitch, Ten Hag will not pick him, because that will set a bad precedent for the rest of the players who think that they could also then not play well enough at training, not work hard enough at training and be picked for the team. One of the key things that Ten Hag has done since joining Manchester United is set the discipline right at Manchester United. The players are not allowed to get away with things that they were getting away with under other managers. And we've seen with other teams and other managers that that is very, very important for the team's success going forward. If the team is not disciplined, if the players are not disciplined enough and they're not working hard enough, then they do not succeed on the pitch. You can see managers like Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp, they do not take crap from their players and they make sure that every player is disciplined, and they will drop and get rid of players that they feel are not working hard enough for the team. And that's exactly what Ten Hag is trying to implement at Manchester United and has done a good job since he has arrived here. Ten Hag has got rid of some big name players at Manchester United and dropped players when they've not done well enough. If you remember last year, Ten Hag dropped Marcus Rashford for being a couple of minutes late to training. And that is the kind of discipline Ten Hag is setting for the rest of the group. He wants to set an example for everybody at the club. They will not be allowed to get away with this kind of behaviour. They all need to act like professionals. They're getting paid hundreds and thousands of pounds each week to turn up on time for training and work hard and make sure that they're giving it their all. And this is exactly why Sancho has not been given the sympathy that he might have been looking for from fans and from the public by making that statement on Sunday. Sancho actually has digged a hole for himself himself, because most fans are not happy with him having made that statement. But returning to this article in the Mirror, it suggests what we've already known and what we've been reporting this last week is that Ten Hag will try and resolve the situation with Jaden Sancho and try and get him back into the team. Ten Hag feels that Jaden Sancho can offer a lot to the team and wants him playing at his top level. Jaden Sancho is still one of the best young players that we've signed in recent times, and he has got a lot to offer. And from all of this, you can see that Ten Hag has been left frustrated with Jaden Sancho because he believes that he can offer a lot more to Manchester United. Let us know what you think about Jaden Sancho. What do you think Ten Hag should do with him? Do you think he should be dropped for a couple of months? Do you think Manchester United should sell him? What is your opinion on Jaden Sancho? What do you believe Ten Hag should do with him? If we should sell him, who do you replace him with? How does Ten Hag set an example of Jaden Sancho and players going out there and making these kind of statements against the manager at the club? Please smash that like button on the video, and if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe so you can keep up to date with all the new Manchester United news and opinions. Coming back to Jaden Sancho, we all know that he has had a couple of years where he struggled with his mental health and was given some time off by Ten Hag when he first arrived at Manchester United. He was given, in fact, a couple of months off to go and recover, get himself sorted, get his head sorted and come back fighting hard. And this is why Ten Hag is probably frustrated with Jaden Sancho, because he wants him to come back to the table and bring something back to Manchester United, and Jaden Sancho is not living up to that expectation set by Ten Hag. Going forward, it does look like Ten Hag and Jaden Sancho will be sitting down and discussing what he did and why it was wrong and what is going to happen to him and what repercussions he's going to face. We believe that Jaden Sancho will get dropped from the team for at least a couple of months and get a heavy fine as a result of what he did on social media, leaving that statement against Ten Hag. I think it's going to set an example for the rest of players that they can't come out and do such things. And if this situation still does not improve and Jaden Sancho does not pull his socks up, I think he will be gone by the January transfer window. And if not by the January transfer window, he will definitely be gone by the summer transfer window. Not only is this situation with Jaden Sancho frustrating for Ten Hag, it's also frustrating for all the fans out there who hope that when we signed Jaden Sancho, he would become one of the key players for Manchester United going forward. He'd be one of the best players for Manchester United, but that hasn't happened. But Jaden Sancho hasn't improved as a Manchester United player. He hasn't had a good, decent run in the team, and he hasn't played well enough to stay at Manchester United. What is clear is that Jaden Sancho's days are numbered at Manchester United if he does not pull his socks up and start playing well enough. And this will be his last chance of doing this. Ten Hag will give him one final chance, we're hearing, and after this it will be all over for Jaden Sancho if he cannot prove himself and if he cannot show that he's committed and really wants this for himself. Please let us know what you think of all of this. Drop your comments below. Let us know. We love hearing from all Manchester United fans and non-Manchester United fans about what they think about what we're discussing. What do you think about Jaden Sancho? Do you think he's good enough to play for Manchester United? Do you think he'll break back into the Manchester United team? Or do you think Manchester United should just sell him come the January transfer window? Let us know your thoughts. We love hearing from you. Please hit that like button on this video, and if you're new to the channel, like we said, please go ahead and subscribe so you keep up to date with all the Manchester United news and opinions. You were watching the Man United Streamer channel by the fans for the fans.